The conference hall went silent when he pointed at me. 3,000 employees watching live, hundreds more on the stream. The new CEO's finger stayed aimed at my chest like a loaded weapon while my coffee cup slipped from my hand, ceramic shattering against marble. "You," he said, voice echoing through the PA system, "are exactly the kind of deadweight this company doesn't need anymore." 23 years of my life crashed onto that conference room floor with my coffee. But here's the thing about firing someone without checking who they are first. Sometimes you're not cutting dead weight. Sometimes you're cutting your own throat. If you've ever watched karma deliver justice with surgical precision, you're going to love this. Hit that subscribe button because today's story proves that power without knowledge is just expensive ignorance waiting to happen. My name is Dr. Elena Vargas, though apparently our new CEO didn't bother learning that before his first day. Marcus Fitzgerald swept into our company like a hurricane in an Italian suit. Wall Street darling, Harvard MBA, the kind of guy who practiced his smile in mirrors and called it leadership development. The board hired him to shake things up after 2 quarters of slow growth. I'd been with the company since it was 12 people in a converted warehouse. Now we were global, 15,000 employees, offices on 4 continents. I ran a small team in the advanced systems division. We weren't flashy, we didn't do TED Talks or get featured in tech blogs. We just invented things, quietly, consistently. The all-hands meeting was scheduled for 10 a.m. Monday, mandatory attendance for local staff, mandatory streaming for everyone else. The auditorium buzzed with that specific frequency of nervous excitement. New leadership always meant changes, and changes meant some of us wouldn't survive them. Marcus took the stage like he owned it, which technically he didn't, but try telling him that. "Innovation," he declared, scanning the crowd, "requires fresh blood. This company has grown comfortable, complacent. Some of you have been here so long you've forgotten what hunger feels like." My stomach twisted. 23 years suddenly felt like a target on my back. He was mid-sentence about quarterly projections when he stopped. Just stopped. His eyes locked onto our section, 3rd row from the front. "Actually," he said, a smile spreading across his face like an oil slick, "let's demonstrate something right now. You." The finger pointed directly at me. My hands went cold. "Stand up." I stood. What else could I do? 3,000 pairs of eyes turned toward me. The live stream camera swiveled. "What's your name?" "Dr. Elena Vargas." "Doctor." He laughed. Actually laughed. "How long have you been here, doctor?" 23 years. 23 years. He repeated it slowly, like he was tasting something spoiled. "Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Institutional rot. People who have been here so long, they think the company owes them something." My throat felt like sandpaper. Around me, colleagues shifted uncomfortably, grateful it wasn't them in the spotlight. "Dr. Vargas, you're terminated. Effective immediately. Security will escort you out after this meeting." The coffee cup slipped from my numb fingers. The crash echoed through the silent auditorium. Brown liquid spread across white marble like a Rorschach test of my career. "That," he announced to the room, "is what decisive leadership looks like. No sacred cows, no untouchables. Anyone who can't adapt to the new pace will follow Dr. Vargas out the door." He turned back to his presentation like he hadn't just destroyed someone's life for theater. But Marcus had made a critical error. He'd fired me without asking a simple question. What exactly did I do here? I sat in the lobby for 2 hours while security processed my termination. 2 hours of former colleagues avoiding eye contact as they passed. 2 hours of my phone buzzing with messages I couldn't bring myself to read. The video was already viral inside the company Slack. Someone had nicknamed it the Monday Massacre. Human resources finally arrived with boxes for my office. 23 years reduced to 3 cardboard boxes. I signed the papers they shoved at me, NDAs and non-competes blurring together through tears I refused to let fall. Meanwhile, 5 floors up, Marcus was getting his first real briefing. I learned later from friends still inside that it went something like this. Marcus had demanded a complete rundown of the company's intellectual property portfolio. He wanted to impress the board with his comprehensive grasp of assets. The legal team wheeled in their presentation, proud of the company's impressive patent library. We hold 347 active patents with 78 pending applications. Our crown jewels are the thermal management system, the predictive scaling algorithm, and our proprietary battery architecture. Marcus nodded sagely, projecting competence he didn't possess. "Pull up the inventor listings," he ordered. "I want to know who our top innovators are." The legal team exchanged glances. The CLO pulled up the master spreadsheet. "Well, our most prolific inventor was Dr. Elena Vargas." The room went silent. Marcus's face didn't change, but his knuckles whitened as he gripped the conference table. "How many?" 47 patents as primary inventor, another 63 as co-inventor. The math was simple. I was named on nearly a third of everything the company owned. That's... Marcus's voice cracked slightly. "That's not possible." The CLO pulled up patent after patent. My name appeared again and again. The battery system that powered our entire product line? Mine. The cooling architecture that prevented overheating? Mine. The compression algorithm that made us industry leaders? Mine. But it got worse, so much worse. The CLO cleared his throat. "There's another issue. These patents were filed under our employee inventor program. Dr. Vargas retains co-ownership rights. Without her cooperation, we can't renew, transfer, or license any of them." "What do you mean, can't?" "I mean, legally, we need her signature. For everything. The pending renewals alone are worth approximately $80 million in licensing revenue over the next 5 years. Marcus stood so quickly, his chair toppled backward. "Get her back." "Sir, you fired her. Publicly. It's been live-streamed to 15,000 employees. I don't care if it was broadcast to Mars. Get her back." My phone rang at 6 p.m. Unknown number. "Elena, it's Marcus Fitzgerald." I let the silence stretch until it became uncomfortable. "I think," he continued, voice straining for casual confidence, "there's been a miscommunication." "A miscommunication?" I kept my voice perfectly neutral. "Which part? When you called me dead weight? Or when you fired me to make an example?" "Listen, we need to discuss your position." "I don't have a position. You terminated me. Publicly. It was very decisive leadership. I believe you called it." He could hear him swallow over the phone. "The board would like to extend an offer. Your previous role with adjustments?" "No." "No?" "Mr. Fitzgerald, I've had 6 job offers since lunch. 3 from your competitors. 1 from a company in Seoul that's been trying to poach me for 5 years. They're offering double my salary and the title of Chief Innovation Officer. We can match that. You can't match respect." The call ended with him mid-sentence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is refuse to negotiate with someone who's already shown you who they are. The board called an emergency meeting that night. By morning, I had a formal apology letter signed by every board member. A press release went out calling my termination a miscommunication and praising my invaluable contributions to innovation. But the real satisfaction came 3 days later. The company scheduled another all-hands meeting. Same auditorium, same live stream setup. Only this time, Marcus stood at the podium like a man approaching his own execution. He started to discuss Langay's meeting. He actually had to say my name, had to praise my work, had to announce my new position. Chief Innovation Officer, reporting directly to the board, not to him. Please join me in welcoming back Dr. Elena Vargas. I walked onto that stage in the same blazer I'd worn Monday. The applause was deafening, not for me really, but for what I represented. Sometimes the universe delivers justice in high definition. Marcus extended his hand for a handshake. The cameras captured everything. His forced smile, his trembling fingers, and the way he couldn't quite meet my eyes. "Thank you, Marcus," I said, loud enough for the mic to catch. "I look forward to teaching you about our innovations. All 47 of them." His color drained from his face like water from a burst dam. You know what I learned that week? Power isn't about how loudly you can humiliate someone. It's about what you've built that they can't destroy. Marcus thought leadership meant making examples of people, but real leadership means becoming the example, quietly, consistently, until your absence would collapse everything. Marcus lasted another 6 months before the board quietly let him go. I'm still here. Patent number 48 pending approval. What's the most satisfying reversal of power you've ever witnessed? Drop it in the comments below. And if you believe that competence beats arrogance every time, hit that subscribe button. Like this video if you felt that sweet taste of justice. And remember, karma doesn't always work overnight, but when it does, it tends to work over time. Until next time, keep building things that matter. They're harder to fire than you are.